And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are live. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have you with us. I'm AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Cardinals. We are back because it just means more, ladies and gentlemen. It is the winter sports season, and I am glad to be back. Alongside me tonight, it's Caleb Gilmet doing the camera work. It's Caleb Gilmet not doing the camera work. Caleb Gilmet's inside the press box, taking care of the graphics and design work for us. And Lucas Cousins here on the outside doing the camera work. Again, glad to have you with us. We've got a great matchup tonight. The reigning, defending, undisputed state champion Pope Francis Cardinals of Division I are back on the ice, and we've got them here at the Olympia Ice Center. It's the home opener, as tonight they take on St. John's of Shrewsbury. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of new faces on this Pope Francis team. Many questions to answer. One of them, lots of seniors graduated last year. They are going to need new pieces to step up this offseason. And in total, there were so many seniors last year that graduated. So this Cardinal team's got a heavy task ahead of them. They want to get back to the top of the mountain. They want to get back to the top of the mountain. They want to get back to the mountaintop. They want to get back to the summit. It starts here tonight against St. John's of Shrewsbury. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we can't wait to begin. It's going to be so much fun as well. AJ Gonzalez here alongside you with you tonight. Coming up in exactly 1 minute, we've got pregame announcements, the national anthem, which will be sung by a Pope Francis student tonight. So we've got you covered all night long. It's the Olympia Ice Center. It's the home opener, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. It's Pope Prep Hockey right here exclusively on Pope Prep Productions. A reminder, folks, to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and unique content anywhere on the high school sports scene. So no matter where you are, however you may be listening tonight around the world, we thank you for tuning in. It's Cardinals. It's St. John's coming up next on Pope Prep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, it is hockey time. The moment we've been waiting for. Pope Francis hockey is about to be back on the air. Cardinals about to get to the team huddle. We got the camera turning right now, and we're about to zoom in on those Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen. So much expectations this year. Number 1 ranked team in the MIAA right now, the Pope Francis Cardinals. They are no longer champions. They are now here, back with the rest of everyone else, trying to reclaim the glory, trying to head back to the TD Garden again. Unfinished business for these Cardinals, these seniors especially, as both teams are in their pregame huddles, focusing on the Cardinals. They take the knee. They're going to get the pregame prayer going. Captains this year for your Pope Francis Cardinals are Jake Petrin, Zach Buffoni, and Jake Jarrell. Forwards look like this. Lines tonight: Liam Dolan and Jake Petrin, Moss Carney. That's your first line. Second line: Mike McGrath, Nick Petch, Matt Regan. Third line tonight is Joe Orzelak, Mateo Kakovia, Wade Wegerson. Fourth line is Chris Nelson, Wolfgang Ziegler, and Nick Burns. Defense tonight for your Pope Francis Cardinals is Ziggy Buffoni. Number 24, Jake Jarrell. Bryce Russ, Dylan Shea will be a defensive pairing. Mason Thayer and Max Monroe will be a defensive pairing as well. Mason Guterro will ship in as well. Our goaltender tonight is Nick Ritchie. Now let's send it down to the ice level as we get our pregame announcements and national anthem coming in.
At this time, we have to call. Please rise. Remove your hat. We're singing the national anthem by Miss Kate, Mary Kate McGrath.
And with that being said, we are back. Goosebumps in your arms all over the place. We can feel it now. The winter sports season just means more, ladies and gentlemen, and we are glad to be a part of it. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders for each team. Let's start out with the reigning, defending, undisputed champion, the Pope Francis Cardinals, the Division I state champions. Nick Ritchie will be in net tonight. He's a 5'8" goaltender weighing 150 pounds. Junior last year, came in around mid-season for Vinny Maggi. It turned out to be the change of the decade, really propelled them to a state championship. On the other side tonight, the Cardinals are going to have their work to do because starting tonight for St. John's of Shrewsbury is Dylan Finelli. Finelli is a 5'9" goaltender weighing 175 pounds. Senior year for him from Shrewsbury, Mass. And we are set to begin. Pope Francis in their last team huddle before we begin tonight. Here we go. Olympia sound speakers, I think, are down. It hasn't been the same loud music that we've heard, so they're going to have to get through that. But other than that, we are looking like it's going to be a fine game here tonight on Pope Prep. Cardinals will work from left to right in the opening period. St. John's will work from right to left. Again, no matter where you are. However you may be listening tonight, we thank you for tuning in. The hockey sports season, the winter sports season, it just means more. So it's going to be the first line starting out here with Dolan, Petrin, and Carney, Ziggy and Jarrell on the back ends. And here we go. Refs are ready. St. John's ready. Pope ready. Here we go. Puck drop. The Cardinal fans, Cardinal Nation around the world, it is time to fly. But before I could say that, they ruined it for me. Yes, we're going to have to do it again. So 16:59 to go. Here we go. Puck drop coming in. We got another whistle here coming in. We're waiting on a signal. Pope section here tonight and Christmas theme. So that'll be something as well. We'd like to wish you and your family a happy Merry Christmas and a New Year indeed as well. It's hockey season. We're ready for it. Pope Francis, St. John's. Here we go. Puck drop coming in. Petrin takes the draw, and off we go at the Olympia Ice Center. St. John's is going to start with possession here early on. Cardinals trying to play some defense. St. John's looking up ice. It's going to be trying to get there is Liam Dolan, but eventually Jarrell will take it. Jarrell and Ziggy, they might be the best defensive pairing in all of the D1 in Massachusetts right now. That is a superstar-type pairing that the Cardinals have. Two seniors here in immaculate form, as Jake Jarrell has it here. Jarrell going to try to look up the boards. It's Moss Carney. Carney looking around, trying to shake and bake. Jarrell trying to get there, and the pass is going to be picked off. That's Daniel Menelican trying to do something, but eventually Jake Petrin will get there with a little backhand and tap. Cardinals are going to get it back in their own end now with Ziggy Buffoni. Here he is. Ziggy trying to make the play, looking along, up ice. It's a perfect pass for Pope Francis, but eventually Liam Dolan could not do anything with it. Moss Carney, one of the seniors on this team, still down there, still on the ice. Should have gotten off with the first line, but he couldn't. Bryce Russ, another one of those seniors, trying to make the play here. Instead, it'll be Mike McGrath lumbering into the boards. Nick Petch will try to get there as well, but it will scamper into the other corner. Dylan Shea will try to come off his point and make the play. Carney will have it now. Shea coming in as well. Chip over to McGrath. Back to Shea. It goes, a shot, and it's going to be a save made by Dylan Finale. Finale makes the save. First one of the night for him. Bryce Russ looking up ice. They'll just try to chip it up to Nick Petch. Nick Petch, junior year, the Jubilant Junior, as they like to call him here at Pope Francis, as the Cardinals will look for it. Shea had a hard time handling things at the point, but luckily Bryce Russ gets there in the nick of time. But St. John still with a nice opportunity, trying to do something, trying to strike first tonight on Pope Prep, but Bryce Russ gets there. Mike McGrath has it now for Pope. On transition, here's McGrath. McGrath trying to do a little toe drag. Pet's going to try to fire a slap shot. It gets blocked by St. John's. Cardinals still have it deep into St. John's territory. Here comes Pope, trying to make the play here, trying to look up ice, trying to find something in the back end. That's Max Monroe. You've seen Colin Foyle wearing number 11 in the past. It's now Max Monroe who will wear the double 1 for Pope Francis. 15 minutes to go in the opening period, just getting started tonight on Pope Prep as we've gotten icing. Icing called with 14:58 to go in the opening period. Lots of fun tonight. Hockey back. Cardinal fans here before Christmas. First day of the break, and we're glad to be here for it too. Mateo's going to take the draw here. Wade Wegerson, Orzelak out with him. Joe Orzelak, first-year varsity player for Pope Francis. Cardinals trying to fire on a shot with Mason Thayer, but it got blocked, and St. John's will try to take it the other way now. They'll chip it in. Nick Ritchie might make a play there. He'll just let his defenseman make the play in Thayer. Thayer's going to look up the ice, trying to find someone, but it's a big-time hit from Mateo Kakovia. Visitors tried to fire in a shot on Ritchie, but he was up for the task, as Wegerson's tried to do something at half ice. Still trying to make the play here. But eventually it's going to get chipped back in to the Cardinal end. It'll be Mason Thayer making the play. He'll chip it onto the boards. Here's Mateo. Mateo having a hard time handling things. Look out here. Ritchie's going to have to make the play. This St. John's team is no pushover. They're ranked very highly in the MIAA rankings. Cardinals know that. Being the number 1 team, they're going to take every team they play this year very seriously. As defending champions, Ziggy looking in, finds Petrin, and before he can do anything else, it's an offsides. You know, that's got to be one thing that these Cardinals are going to have to be aware of, is that teams are going to have extra motivation and extra incentive to play against them and try to beat them due to the fact that simply the defending Division 1 state champions. That's got to be something that this visiting team here in St. John's is looking at tonight, as the Cardinals will try to make the play, but it's St. John's who will hold possession. Here's Jarrett up the boards. There's Petrin. Jake on the far. We're getting through it here at the Olympia Ice Center as Pope Francis will try to do something on the defensive ends. It'll be Moss Carney taking in his own end, feeding it up to Jake Petrin. That's Jake Petrin at center ice. Now shipping into the right wing. Petrin trying to fire a shot on the floor, on the board, and eventually it's going to be a save made by St. John's. Cardinals will try to have it still. Moss Carney. Carney looking for Dylan Shea, and eventually Carney will have to get back there now. It's a nice play by Moss at center ice. That could have been a breakaway for St. John's. Shea will chip it into the St. John's end. Moss Carney still on the ice. Long shift for him and Dolan. Liam Dolan trying to make the play. St. John's will take it the other way. Chase Warsofsky has it here for St. John's. Try to do something deep into the Cardinal end now. They'll try to set up a one-timer right in front of the net, but eventually it'll scamper back, and St. John's will take possession right back. 12:57 to go in the opening period. Before we can do anything else, we got an offside called. Now 12:55 to go. Sorry about our technical difficulties, folks. There's a little bit of a hassle getting up here tonight. But we'd like to thank the Olympia Ice Center for their cooperation, letting us film for you at home. So Nick Petchline coming back onto the ice. Matt Regan, first-year varsity player, the sophomore, getting a debut. Lots of new faces on this varsity team. Again, there was so much opportunity last year from those Cardinals. That was just a great team. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, definitely a state championship caliber team. They won it, too, for a reason. Ryan O'Leary, Josh Ivey, CJ Watroba, and it was names galore last year. But this is a new brand of Cardinals, and they're going to have to get it done this year, trying to repeat as state champs. As St. John's of Shrewsbury have it here at center ice. They'll try to chip it in, try to make the play somehow, some way. Good play there from Mason Guterro, who's going to have to chip in a little bit on tonight, not on a defensive pairing, so he's just a fill-in in some ways, as the Cardinals will look for some space, and St. John's will take it back into their own end and try to make a play here. 12:12 to go in the opening period. St. John's looking for something down the ice. It's going to be chipped back to the Cardinals. They have it here. It's Max Monroe. Monroe. Nice passing here from Pope. Again, these two teams starting to feel each other out. Just trying to see where the weaknesses maybe are on each team, but we're moving along nicely tonight on Pope Prep. Mason Guterro trying to make the play. Monroe, another new Cardinal, trying to find McGrath. A little bad pass, but McGrath will easily pick things up and pass it over to Mason again. Here's Mason. Mason up the boards, trying to find somebody down there. I think he's trying to Matt Regan, but eventually he couldn't find it. Monroe, again, with the little backhand pass. St. John's of Shrewsbury bringing some pressure early on tonight. Cardinals looking forward here. Trying to make the play is Kakovia. He's got it. Here's Mateo. Mateo looking around, trying to find Wegerson. Wade trying to make the play any way he can, but eventually it's going to be taken the other way. Here comes Brody Schnever. Schnever trying to fire it to the middle, but luckily Wegerson gets back there in the nick of time. The grade 8 Big Wegs coming back here for this season, 4th year on the varsity squad. As Ziggy has it, moving around here and shaking and baking a bit. But he loses possession just as quickly as he got it. And St. John's will try to put it in the Cardinal territory. Nick Ritchie coming out of his net for the first time tonight. A little bit over to Jake Jarrell. Again, Jarrell and Ziggy, it's like the insurance team back there for Pope Francis. As Jarrell is going to put a little toe drag swag. What a shake and bake from Jake Jarrell. He almost got it into St. John's territory, really deep into St. John's territory. They were able to get back there in the nick of time. Puck's going down here. Over to Moss Carney it goes. Here's Moss. Moss trying to make the play to Ziggy. Ziggy moving it around. Liam Dolan has it for Pope. Dolan over to Petrin. Here's Jake Petrin quickly getting into the other teams. Then trying to fire in a shot there was Dolan, but eventually the save was made by Dylan Fanelli. St. John's just trying to clear out for dear life. It goes back to the point. This could be trouble. Ziggy trying to do something. He gets a little bit of pressure on his face from St. John's, and they'll look to take it the other way. Cardinals have got to get back. Russ trying to make the play. St. John's trying to fire in a shot, but it's a great play from Bryce Russ on the back ends for the Cardinals. He had to do everything he could to get back there, and he got back there in the nick of time. Liam Dolan. Dolan trying to do something, being a little menace out there. Moss Carney's got it here. Moss trying to fire a shot. Save. Rebound. Cardinals still trying to poke it home. Russ looking for it. It goes back. Here's Monroe. Monroe's shot. And a save is made by St. John's. Good opportunity for Pope Francis, but no cash in. 9:45 to go in the opening period. Lots of fun tonight on Pope Prep. Oof. I'll take a little bit of a breather now. That was some fun hockey to say the least. Cardinal fans here tonight. Christmas theme. Ready to go. Watch these Cardinals trying to get an early season home win. First game home opener. Lots at stake. Lots of fans here as well. Cardinals looking for it. They've got it. It's Monroe. Max Monroe looking down the ice. He's got it back. Monroe trying to fire in a shot, and it's going to be another save made by the visitors. Dylan Fanelli has had some work to do in this opening period. Cardinals are getting pucks on net. Got to like what you've seen thus far from Pope. Petch line remains on the ice. Monroe and Russ, the defensive pairing. Got a whistle here on the draw. Wonder if they're going to kick Petch out of the draw. They're going to keep him in. Face-off coming in again. Mike McGrath looking for it. McGrath trying to get there along with Petch. Goes off the hand of Max Monroe, and he's got to get back. Look out. St. John's trying to make a play, trying to go behind the back. Look out. This could be a goal, but no. They can't get it on net. Connor McKenna had the goal on his stick, but he could not push it into the net, and a save is going to be made here by Nick Ritchie. Awfully dangerous from St. John's, trying to put it in, trying to take an early 1-0 lead here on these Cardinals, but eventually Nick Ritchie was up to the task and made the save. McKenna had the opportunity there to put it in, and St. John's, for them, it was no cashing on that sequence. 9:18 to go in the opening period. St. John's trying to make the play. Petch will move it up nicely. Here's Mike McGrath. McGrath moving in. McGrath trying to do something here. Excuse me, that was Regan who moved it up to McGrath, as the Cardinals will look forward here. Trying to make the play there was Petch, but now St. John's will move it up on the side closest to your screen. Before we can do anything else, I believe we've got an icing here. So icing is going to be called. 8:57 to go now in the opening period. Lots of fun tonight on an early good game. I mean, these two teams, again, just trying to heavyweight punches thrown right now. Both of these teams are trying to feel each other out here in the early stages of this game. Big game coming up after us here at the Olympia Ice Center. Ludlow Minichog, so that's going to be a fun one tonight in the Western Mass ranks. Jarrell will have to corral the puck out of his own end. We'll move it over to Ziggy. Ziggy's just going to dump it inside. Visitors will try to make the play here. That's Connor Seacrest. Seacrest working it around the boards, trying to do something, but the pass eventually was picked off by Wolfgang Zinger. Zinger moving it around. Nick Burns. Burns trying to fire in a shot. Cardinals still trying to do something. Burns creating havoc down there. Look out. We've got extra pushes come in. This could be a penalty. Cardinal section's going crazy. Burns got a little bit too happy there. Always got to watch out for those retaliation type penalties. Looks to me like Burns is going to be safe there. I think the referee's going to talk to both players, give them a little bit of a warning there. So Burns getting a little feisty here early on. Two teams, bad blood early on. A nice little Massachusetts hockey rivalry for us. Face-off coming in here. That'll be Mateo taking the draw. Mateo, Orzelak, and Wegerson on the ice. Cardinals looking for it. They've got it. Orzelak. Joe Orzelak trying to make the play. Looking around. St. John's will take it. St. John's, here they come. It's a 2-on-1 coming in. Cardinals have got to get back. A nice play from Max Monroe saves the golden opportunity for St. John's. St. John's still with possession, trying to make a play here, but eventually it's going to be taken the other way. Mateo has it. Here's Mateo. He's just going to rattle it down the boards. Cardinals looking for it, trying to make the play, and eventually you've got a whistle. 8:05 to go in the opening period. Sub-Caleb. 8:05 to go in the opening period. Face-off coming in. Petrin trying to make the play. Petrin looking around, trying to get back there now. Are the Cardinals. Trying to give him space is Mason Thayer. Thayer looking for something here. Cardinals still trying to do anything they can. Trying to get down there, trying to make the play was Gutierrez. Mason looking around. He finds Moss Carney. Moss trying to move it up ice. Cardinals looking for it. Petrin trying to get there. And eventually it winds up in the stick of Dolan, but he can't handle it in for long. It'll get bounced all the way into the end of Pope Francis. We've got icing called, so the faceoff will be heading down the ice. So it'll be on the left dot. 7:36 to go in the opening period. Petch line back on the ice. Petch, Matt Regan, the sophomore, and Mike McGrath. Two juniors, one sophomore combination for Pope Francis. Face-off coming in. Petch winning it back. Here come the Cardinals trying to make the play. It's McGrath. Mike McGrath looking around. McGrath trying to scramble a bit, trying to shake and bake. And now the Cardinals will have to get back on the defensive side. It's Ziggy. Ziggy trying to make the play. Ziggy looking for any type of space he can get. He'll chip it in to the St. John's end. Cardinals going to look to try to make a play here. It's going to head down the ice. Ziggy trying to get there, trying to do something, and eventually St. John's has it here. Here they come, drawn right by Ziggy, trying to set it up, and his shot goes over the net. Good opportunity for St. John's, but yet again, it's no cash-in. Here come the Cardinals. It's McGrath. McGrath's shot saved, made by Dylan Finale. Dylan Finale making a big save, and look out here. That's Matt Regan down there. This game is becoming a shoving match here early on in this first period. At some point, if you're these referees, you got to start taking control. Big time environment here tonight at Pope Francis. Face-off coming in. Petrin on the ice. Liam Dolan, Moss Carney, number one lines. Number one forward pairing, number one defensive pairing. Cardinals trying to fire in a shot. Moss Carney had the golden opportunity on a rebound, but eventually he couldn't put it in. This game is just two heavyweight boxers trying to fight, trying to get the first knockout punch. Two, in my opinion, top five teams in MIAA right now. As the Cardinals are going to look to make a play here. Dolan. Rolling over to Moss Carney, trying to make a play. Big hit from Moss as the Cardinals will look for it still. Moss has it. Shake and bake. Toe drag swag finds Petrin. Petrin trying to fire a shot. And a save is made by Finale. Finale has been really up to the task for St. John's in this opening period. Cardinals trying to make a play here. St. John's trying to fire in a shot. That one gets blocked. I think it went off the skate of Dolan or Ziggy down there. as Dolan will take it here. He has lots of time to think about where he wants to go with it. He'll try to lob it up the ice for Ziggy. Ziggy try to do something here around center ice. Cardinals trying to make the play. Jarrell try to do something. He's got it. Here's Jake Jarrell. Shaking big. Trying to go coast to coast for Pope, but it's an offside called. Play will stop with 5:52 to go in the opening period. Face-off coming in for Pope Francis. It's going to be Mateo Kakovia coming in. Cardinals looking to do something. Orzelak, that puck got scampered there in the official's foot for a minute there, it seemed like. So we'll have to move on from that. Big slam time hit there from Bryce Russ. And I'm going to say it, let the bodies hit the floor. I'm glad I could say that one again. Cardinals looking for defense. St. John's trying to fire at any type of puck they can get there. But eventually, it'll head off the boards. Good opportunity from Chase Warsofsky, who's had a couple opportunities in this opening period to get things going. As St. John's have it still. St. John's trying to pucker in front, right in front of the net. Net is off the ledge there, and we've got a whistle coming in. It's going to be a face-off in the Cardinal end still, but it will be at least in a reprieve for the visitors. Excuse me, rather, for the Pope Francis Cardinals. As you can tell, I'm not in mid-season form. I've just got to get back into it a little bit here. Face-off coming in. Max Monroe. Monroe looking up ice. He's got a man. Matt Regan. Regan trying to make the play. Newbie to newbie here on this Pope Francis varsity team. But it's going to be taken in by Luke Girardi. Here's Girardi trying to do something. Max Monroe gets brought down. No call, but it's a save made by Nick Ritchie. It looked like he got collared down. Literally. They took his back and just scampered it down to the ice. That was craziness from what I saw there. But no call nonetheless. 5 minutes to go in the opening period. Nick Petch going to take the draw. Jarrell gets tripped down to the ice. Cardinals looking for space here. I think we've got a whistle, and that is going to be a penalty. Let's see. Who's the penalty going to be on? I think that's more the question. That's going to be on St. John's. Yeah, all day long. That was Connor McKenna. That was just sloppy from the visitors. They're going to get a penalty, and the Cardinals are going to head to the power play. Yeah, they brought down Jarrell with a trip. I saw that one right away. So that's a penalty. It's going to be a power play coming in for Pope Francis. Last year, Pope Francis on the power play was dynamite. Remember Josh Ivey and Watroba always being ready to go. They're going to sit in the box for 2 minutes. So Connor McKenna heads to the box. Cardinals with a 5-on-4 opportunity. Golden chance to take the early 1-0 lead. As the Cardinals will look forward here. Petrin trying to make the play. Works back to Ziggy. You can't do that. Chance going to come in. Here's Ziggy trying to calm things down. Jarrell trying to lead the power play on the back ends. Jarrell back to Ziggy. Ziggy trying to fire in a shot, and that is going to be a save. Save will be made there by Dylan Finale. So Finale covers up. 4:36 to go in the opening period. Again, a reminder, folks, we'll be live here on Saturday as well. We'll have more boys hockey coverage. They'll be back here on Saturday. I believe it is an afternoon matinee, so we'll be here live at the Olympia Ice Center, exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube page. We apologize tonight. We forgot the end that holds up our tripod. I don't know how that happened, but we'll ensure that we fix it for Saturday's broadcast. His puck went out of play there, and so it'll be brought back into the zone. Cardinals have 1:41 to go on the power play. Moss Carney looking, finds Petch. Petch over to Jake Jarrell. Jarrell to Ziggy. Ziggy, spinorama, checking it back. Jarrell to Petch. Petch one-timer to Moss Carney, but eventually he couldn't get it going in the high slot area. Ziggy trying to keep it going here. Here's Jake Petey. Petey moving up, finds Jarnsey. Jake Jarrell. Jarrell back to Ziggy. Ziggy holding things in, trying to hold the point. He does. Nice pass over to Petron. He gets shoved down to the boards. Whoa. That could have been boarding and a half. They're not going to call it. Petey is having a little bit of a hard time here communicating. Ziggy's trying to tell him to hurry up. Got to fire a wrister on the net. And that was a good shot, but they couldn't capitalize. Moss Carney with the rebound. Cardinals trying to do something here, and St. John's will clear. Disorganization on the power play early on tonight for Pope Francis. They've got to figure it out. Jarrell looking up ice. Cardinals have it here. It's Petch. Nick Petch trying to make the play. Petch deep into St. John's territory. Petch looking in. He finds Moss Carney. Moss looking. Petch again. Petch to Jarrell. 34 seconds remaining on the power play. PD. PD back to Petch. Here's Jarrell. Jake Jarrell at the point. Jarrell trying to fire in a wrister. Save. Rebound. Carney trying to stuff it home. He can't. Golden opportunity. And again, the Cardinals cannot cash in. And St. John's are doing a great job on the clear. And look out here. They might have a chance. It's Luke Girardi trying to go short-handed here. And eventually it'll get chipped up the ice. Here comes Mateo over to Carney. Moss trying to do something. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Moss trying to make a play. He tried to go skating in there. And he's going to get shoved again. This is turning into a physical game. Petey trying to throw a man down. Mateo, excuse me. Cardinal section going crazy. This game is getting feisty. We're in the opening period here, and this game is just getting out of control. I don't know if it's getting out of control. It's turning into a fight down there. After every whistle, there's pushing and shoving. Again, tells you how serious both these teams are taking this game here early on in the regular season, right before Christmas. First day of the winter break for these Pope Francis Cardinals. Lots of fun being here, watching Pope Francis hockey. Face-off coming in. It's Mateo taking the draw, wins it back cleanly to Dylan Shea, the junior. Shea over to Wolfgang Zinger. Zinger trying to handle things in. That'll be Shea. We'll just have to fire it in. Cardinals will reset to get on sides. St. John's holding it in. St. John's trying to make the play the other way. That'll be Dylan Shea getting back there for Pope Francis. Dylan Shea looking up, finds Russ. Russ trying to find Zinger. Russ trying to do something here. St. John's trying to make a play. They've got a wide open look at the net. Look out. Cardinals have got to clear. Another opportunity for Connor McKenna, and he cannot cash in. Good opportunity for St. John's. Nothing going for them, though. Cardinals will try to look up the ice. Here's the grade 8, the big Wags. Wags trying to fire in a shot. That one will yank off the boards. Cardinals need D now. St. John's trying to take it in transition. Russ will lay the check as Ziggy takes it here around in his zone end. He was near the blue line. Now he's just skating back deeper and deeper into his zone end, looking for an outlet. Finds Russ. Russ up to Petch. There's Nick Petch trying to make a play. Petch looking around. He finds McGrath. Mike McGrath trying to do something here. Goes back to Jarrell. Jarrell yanks one off the boards. And St. John's will take it back in their own end. St. John's looking up ice. They've got 1:42 to get something going here before we head to the intermission, as Nick Petch has it now. Petch looking around. He's got it up the ice. Petch trying to make the play. Petch trying to fire a shot. Heads over the glass. Now St. John's will try to take it back the other way. Trying to fire at a shot here. Goes past Nick Ritchie. Ziggy will try to take the puck in here. Ziggy looking for something to do. St. John's trying to fire in it again. And eventually it'll head back down the ice. Petch has it. Nick Petch looking around and scrambling. Mike McGrath. McGrath trying to shake and bake. He'll head off the blocker of Nick Ritchie there. And St. John's will have to get it back in their own end. 1 minute remaining in the opening period, and coming up, we got the first intermission report. We'll break it down for you live here from the Olympia Ice Center. We'll hear our thoughts and analysis on this first period, and we'll look forward to the second period. It's going to be a fun night of hockey on Pope Prep. About one period down. 45 seconds to go in the opening period. Cardinals and St. John's looking for a goal here within the last minute. That would be a huge momentum shifter for either team. It looks like Pope will have the opportunity to do that. Deep into St. John's territory. Max Monroe has it here. 30 seconds to go in the opening period. Petrin trying to fire in something. Moss looking back. St. John's just trying to clear it with a sweeping hand, and they do. That was Brody Chenevert back in his own end trying to do something as Petrin will move it around. 17 seconds to go in the opening period. Pope Francis looking for something here. Cardinals trying to make the play still. McGrath using the body into the boards. 7 seconds to go in the opening period. Puck will lob up for Mike McGrath. McGrath tried to do something there. He'll kick back. Dylan Shea. Shea trying to fire a shot in, and that's it. We've hit triple zeros. First period comes to a close. Good, exciting hockey from both sides. Pros and cons for both teams up to this point. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the second period, but before that, we've got the first intermission. Stay tuned. Both teams will now head back to the dressing rooms. Get ready for the second period. And for Pope Francis, they'll make the little trot right in front of us here around center ice. Lots of things to work on for Pope Francis. Lots of things to be happy with. But really, it didn't seem like the first period the Cardinals wanted to have. But it's still a 0-0 game. This game can go either way. Coming up, we've got the intermission report. You folks can stay tuned right here on Pope Prep. Champions play here. Back in a flash exclusively on Pope Prep, the home of the D1 state champs. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Pope Prep Hockey. Glad to have you with us. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, here tonight. Lots of excitement here. 0-0 game in this opening period as we hit the first intermission. Lots of things to look forward to if you're the Pope Francis Cardinals. You've got to love the way that Jake Petrin and Mas Carney are playing. Those guys just seem like they are dialed in this offseason, worked very hard, and are ready to go for this second period coming in. I mean, for Pope Francis, lots of things to look forward to, trying to get more shots on net, trying to have a little crisper game on the back ends. We've seen Monroe and several of these defenders trying to pinch in for Pope Francis, and they've been caught in a little bit of a sleep sometimes. St. John's has tried to take it the other way and try to put hooks on net. But overall, it was kind of an even first period. We liked what we saw from both teams. Looks like the heavyweight battle that we expected coming in. Pope section's here for a reason tonight, that being that this was a heavyweight battle that we've been waiting for all season long. It just means more that hockey's back here on the air on Pope Prep Productions, and we're glad to have it back. I mean, we waited a long, long time to get back to saying Ziggy Buffon, getting a long time to come back here and say Jake Jarrell. We've waited for those names for so long, and you know what it means, folks. The winter sports season, it just means more. And we're glad to be able to have you with us for it. A reminder, folks, to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and unique content anywhere on the high school sports scene. So no matter where you are, however you may be listening to tonight's telecast and broadcast, we thank you. Again, folks, we appreciate your patience with our technical difficulties tonight. We forgot the item that actually holds up our tripod, so everything we're doing tonight is a handheld camera. We're going to switch up and have someone else take over on camera, so it's going to be a seamless transition for us here on Pope Prep. We'll take care of business on our side. We hope you take care of business on your side. That means picking up the hot cocoa, getting the blanket, and getting ready to enjoy a fun second period live here from the Olympia Ice Center. Stay tuned. Champions play here. The second period is coming up next. You're watching Pope Prep Productions exclusively on YouTube. All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We're about set and ready to begin the second period. Teams will switch sides. Cardinals will work from right to left. St. John's will work from left to right momentarily. We're going to pause for station identification right now. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay tuned. Pope Prep Hockey continues in a minute. All right, folks, ready to begin the second period. St. John's, Pope Francis, both in their team huddles. Great first period of hockey. Lots of excitement. Lots of things to look forward to as we begin the second period. So, a little bit of a line change here to begin the second period. We've got Moss Carney, Jake Petrin, and now Wolfgang Zinger. So, Liam Dolan, we suspect, has moved down to maybe the fourth line. We don't know. So, we'll see. We'll keep you posted about that. Line change up front. So, Petrin, Zinger, and Carney. Here we go. Second period, Cardinal Nation. It's time to fly for the second time tonight. Cardinals looking forward here, trying to make the play. Trying to get back now is Ziggy. Jarrell trying to get there, trying to do something here. It'll be Wolfgang Zinger now. Zinger trying to move it up the ice. He's got a man. It's Moss Carney. Moss is going to be set up with a 2-on-1 here. Moss looking. Petrin trying to fire a shot. And eventually he could not. It was a good play by Daniel Miniklin. Trying to make the play there. He did. And it was a good one for St. John's. And the Cardinals will have to start over deep into St. John's end. Cardinals looking forward here. Get bounced around. Zinger trying to make the play. Ziggy has a wide open Petrin. Petrin just tried to tap it in right in front of the net. But eventually it went just to the right of the net. Cardinals still looking forward here. St. John's will take it at center ice. Ziggy trying to move it over to Wolfgang Zinger. Going to get passed around. Wolfgang trying to do something here. Trying to make the play. Ziggy looking around. Trying to make the play. That one's going to lean up high. It'll be Moss Carney taking it here. Moss looking around, trying to make the play, and we got a whistle here. Players are wondering what happened. Moss trying to figure it out for himself. They'll head back to the bench, still confused, having a word with the ref. Still doesn't know what's going on, but they'll have to figure it out. So it'll be a face-off deep into the Cardinal end. Petch, McGrath on the ice, the forwards, on Matt Regan. So it's still no Liam Dolan. Again, we'll give you a status on him soon. Did not appear to have any type of injury at the end of that first period. So looks like he'll just be moved down a bit. I don't know. Maybe they saw something I didn't. Petch going to take the draw again. Face off coming in. Petch wins it cleanly. Here he comes. Nick Petch looking up the ice. He's got a man. It's Matt Regan. Regan looking in, finds McGrath. Mike McGrath trying to go on the floor, on the board, but he could not. Russ will chip it down now. Here's Matt again. Matt looking around, trying to scramble. He finds a man. It's Nick Petch. Petch behind the net, still trying to do something here. Petch out in front. Matt trying to fire a one-timer. Couldn't do anything. Look out. The ref down there took a fall right on his tush, so he'll have to get up. Hope he's okay. Cardinals still trying to look for it here. Little double team, little tag team sandwich from Pope Francis. St. John's trying to do something as well. Matt Regan trying to make the play. Russ back there. St. John's has it now. Here's St. John's trying to move it up the ice any way they can, but eventually it's going to be picked off. Here come the Cardinals. It's Matt Regan leaving it off. Mike McGrath. McGrath trying to shake and bake, and eventually it's going to be taken away by St. John's. They caught the Cardinals in a change. Here comes St. John's trying to fire at a shot. That one goes to the right of the net. Bryce Russ gets hammered into the boards. Monroe, pass trying to find Mateo, went in his skates. Wegerson trying to do something around center ice. Weg still looking for it. Mateo has it. Mateo's just going to chip it in down the ice. St. John's trying to make the play. St. John's looking for it here. It'll be Orzelak trying to make St. John's feel a little bit uncomfortable. And now it'll head back to Max Monroe at center ice. Third game of the 3 games out of 4. This is the third one out of 4 this week. Pope Francis hockey tonight. We've got it here live at the Olympia Ice Center. We'll be live here on Saturday afternoon as well, as Orzelak has it here behind the net. St. John's looking for something. That'll be chipped around. Mateo had it for a minute. Now Max Monroe will try to chip it in. We're going to kick back here for Pope Francis. Cardinals trying to fire it in somehow, some way. That was Mason Thayer who fired it in, and St. John's will take possession now. Andrew D'Angelo takes a fall. Moss Carney still trying to get under it. He does. Moss trying to center one out in front, but there was no one there except St. John's shirts. It's going to get taken in the other way. Monroe trying to do something here. Going to get taken around town. Here's Max. Max Monroe trying to make the play. Maybe before we can do anything else, we've got a whistle. I think it was an offside. Offside's called with 13:27 to go in this second period. So the faceoff will be held just outside of the Cardinal zone. Taking the draw is Daniel Mineklin. Cardinals win the draw with PD. Moss Carney's going to try to win the foot race there, and it's just going to have to be a cover-up. Look out here. St. John's had a hard time handling things. Jarrell's got to watch for offside, so he'll just bat it in deep in the St. John's zone. St. John's will try to make the play here. Trying to make the play they are. St. John's still looking for it. Jake Petrin trying to do something here. Cardinals have it. Wolfgang trying to center one out in front. That's going to be a save. Rebound, and St. John's will take it. Good opportunity again for Moss Carney, but no cash in. Petrin trying to work it up the ice to Moss. Moss Carney has an opportunity. He must be tired. Trying to shake and bake. Carney looking for something. I think he tried to find Jarrell, but he could not. And now Ziggy's going to have to get back. It's a 2-on-1 coming in. McGrath's trying to hustle back, and he does. That's a great play from Mike McGrath. A very underrated one indeed. Mike McGrath got there, but it's going to be a high sticking call with 12:34 to go in the second. So with 12:34 to go, still a 0-0 game. First goal tonight will be huge. Face-off coming in. Nick Petch takes the draw. Wins it back. It's Dylan Shea who has it now for Pope. Shea looking in, trying to find Matt Regan. Here's Regan taking it up ice. Regan and Petch, the first two forwards coming up here. Trying to find McGrath is Regan. McGrath working in, looking for Petch. It'll go around him. Over to Dylan Shea who will try to fire in a shot. But the save will be made by Dylan Finelli. We're going to kick back into the Cardinal zone. Icing would have been called, but it did not make it down the ice in enough time for icing to take place. So Russ will take it now. Over to Shea it goes. Dylan Shea looking for anything he can get. Shea got taken down to the ice. He'll have to get back up. Russ will just use the around the board pass and move it up. Here's Nick Petch. Petch on the far side of your screen trying to fire in a shot. And that is going to be a clockwork glove save made there by Dylan Finelli. Face-off coming in here. St. John's prep has it. St. John's trying to work it out of their own end. Pope Francis looking to do something here. I think we got a whistle coming down the ice. Let's see. I think maybe offside was called. I think it was. Offside called. Clock stops at 11:34 to go in the second. Must have not. I'm not sure what that was there. I missed the call. It's going to head back to center ice nonetheless. So at center ice, face-off coming in. Mateo wins it back, cleaning to Monroe. Monroe looking around, finds Mason. Mason moving it over, trying to find Max Monroe. Monroe chipping it in to the St. John's end. St. John's looking for possession here. Wegerson and Mateo deep into the right corner. Mateo over to Wegerson. Wegerson and Mateo right next to each other. Somehow two Cardinals and one St. John's player go into a corner, and the St. John's player comes out of it. Again, little battles, crucial in hockey games. As St. John's have it here, trying to skate around, trying to center one out in front. They can't do it. Orzelak's going to take it the other way, a first-year varsity player. Orszlak, first ever home game, going to try to fire in a shot. That one gets blocked there by Derek Mulligan, and look out, Cardinals will have to get back. Trying to get there is Jake Jarrell. Jarrell reads it. Nice play by Jake Jarrell on the back end. So Pope Francis shoring things up. Jarrell looking forward here. Cardinals trying to clear it out of the red. Monroe. They'll get chipped back now to Jake Jarrell, one of the 3 captains on the team, and that'll be an icing. Clock's going to stop with 10:35 to go in the second. So second period, 10:35 to go. Pope Francis looking for that big goal. Trying to go up 1-0 in the home opener. St. John's have it here. PD looking forward. It'll get chipped back here to Ziggy. To Ziggy Buffoni. Zach trying to bring the attack there, but St. John's have it now at center ice. Jarrell going in for some lumber, and he gets a hit. That's going to be a penalty on Pope, and Jake Jarrell is actually going to head to the box. Is that a trip? I don't see the call here. Did they call a trip on Jarrell? I'm stunned. Wow, okay. Well, Jake Jarrell is going to head to the penalty box, and now St. John's will be on the power play. That's crucial, too, because not only is Jarrell going to come off the ice, Ziggy is as well. So for the power play, the best defensive pairing cannot be on the ice, as Ziggy's going to have to get a minute to catch his breath. That was a long shift for the defenseman, and at the end of it, Jake Jarrell takes a penalty. That's big for Pope Francis. They're going to need to survive here. 10:14 to go in the second. Power play coming in for St. John's. They've got it. Trying to create some space, they do. It's Brody Hoare. Brody Hoare trying to fire in a shot. It gets backed up to the point, and a 2-on-1's coming in. Here we go. McGrath. Mike McGrath trying to find Mateo, and it goes over his stick with the saucer pass. Good opportunity for McGrath, but he could not put it in for Pope. With 1:38 to go now in this second period, St. John's will take it up the other way. 1:33 to go on the power play. 9:44 in the second. St. John's, nice puck movement. Trying to get an open lane to the net. Trying to find it. Slot area, McGrath and Shea are standing there, making sure nothing is going to happen. They're going to try to fire on a shot. But that was a little whiff there from Luke Girardi, and it's another 2-on-1 coming in. McGrath going to lob it out. Here's Mateo. Mateo trying to fire a shot. It's an own goal. It's an own goal. How embarrassing. What a goal. It's Pope Francis putting it in shorthanded. How about that? Brady Hoare at his worst hour. It's an own goal. Oh, boy. Oh, no. That was tragic and a half, and the Cardinals jump up thanks to Mateo. Again, that 2-on-1, you knew it was coming. St. John's on the power play, pinching everybody. Pope Francis catches them in a snooze, and they go up 1-0, 1-0 on St. John's. Big goal from the Cardinals, an own goal from Brody Hoare. Brody, senior, not the way he wants to start out his senior campaign. Big goal from Pope Francis. 1-0 the lead. They still got to kill off the power play from St. John, so not to get too excited here early on. 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. 50 seconds to go. On the power play for St. John's, less than 9 minutes to go now in the second period. I think he's just going to try to lob it out of his own end. He gets back on the ice. You figured with Ziggy and Jarrell both off the ice that it was going to be troublesome, and we've got another penalty coming in. The Cardinals are going to be 5-on-3. Petron's heading to the box. 2 captains in the penalty box now for Pope Francis. They're making it hard on themselves. And now for the next 33 seconds, they're going to have to clear out a 5-on-3. Again, a little sloppy there from Jake Petey, so he will take a CD for 2 minutes. 33 seconds to go on Jarrell's penalty. So it's going to be 5-on-3, and on the ice for Pope, it's McGrath, Ziggy, and Bryce Russ. Players trying to communicate with each other now. Got to just stay and hold the fort here for 30 seconds. St. John's trying to create space, looking for the best opportunity. Anthony DeSimone. DeSimone trying to fire in a shot. St. John's. Ooh, that was a ripper there from Luke Girardi. That kid's got a cannon. They've got to be careful with him on the other side. Cardinals here trying to fire in a shot at St. John's, and they score. Big counterattack, and the Cardinals, the penalties count up finally. It's Anthony Des Moines putting it in, and just like that, St. John's are even Steven, one apiece with the defending state champs. Beautiful goal from St. John's, top shelf. Doesn't get any better than that on a 5-on-3, and just like that, we are back to even Steven. Just when the Cardinals get the break they so needed on the offensive end, it's St. John's capitalizing. Cardinal penalty leads to a goal, and they still have a power play. Because that happened during the 5-on-3, they will still have 1 minute and 36 seconds of power play time to try to take the lead. So with 8:18 to go, the Cardinals really need a defensive stop. St. John's looking for space. Nick Petch went down, got back up. The key pieces of the St. John's power play. DeSimoini and Luke Girardi got going, and it was troublesome for Pope Francis. Here he is again. Man with the goal for St. John's. St. John's of Shrewsbury knotted up with Pope Francis as Nick Petch will try to do something here. He loses a stick, and that is going to be a slash, and that is going to be a penalty. So that's a penalty on St. John's. Going to the box there is going to be Chase Warsofsky. So he will take a seat for 2 minutes, and we will have 4-on-4 hockey for 57 seconds. You can't do that chant coming in from the section. Warsofsky tried to get off the ice, tried to scramble away from the penalty, but they caught that all day long, hook, line, and sinker. So he's going to head to the box for 2 minutes. 57 seconds of 4-on-4 time to go. 7:43 in the second period as Jake Jarrell back out on the ice. Trying to put it down the ice here, looking for Matt Regan. Regan over to Mateo. Mateo looking around. He'll find an outlet here, maybe. Oh, he'll just do a shake and bake. Nice play from Mateo. Moving it back to Jarrell. Jarrell to Mateo. Finds a man. Matt Regan. Regan trying to fire on a shot. Gets physical again down there near the net. Cardinals, we've got to be careful not to take a penalty. And they are. 7:21 to go. Second period. 34 seconds of 4-on-4 time. And 1:38 to go on the Cardinal with the Cardinal advantage. So Cardinals will have some solid time if they want to get something started here. If they are able to kill off the Petron penalty, as Jarrell has it. Jarrell trying to do something, and look out here. That was a nice play by Jarrell to get back there, but oh no, this could be a clean break to the goal for the visitors. They'll try to fire on a shot, but they fan on it. You saw the big fan coming out onto the ice there. That was Luke May with the golden opportunity. He couldn't stuff it in. Trying to go the other way is Nick Petch, but he couldn't. Net gets dislodged, and we've got a whistle here and a stoppage. Got a player down, Kevin Bison for St. John's. He is down inside the net, so he's able to get up. He took a shot there into the post. That's kind of hurt, right in the chest. I don't think there's any padding under like the shoulder pad area and the pants. There's like a little section where there's really no padding. I think that's where he got hit, and he's showing the pain that he's going through right now. So he gets off the ice. 12 seconds of 4-on-4 time left. Cardinals will have it deep into St. John's territory. Face-off coming in here. They win it back to Jarrell. Here's Jarnsey. Jarnsey over to Ziggy. Ziggy tried to do something here, and eventually Jarrell and asleep again, and look out. It's a breakaway. It's Girardi, the man you can't let it break away, and he's got it still. Look out, trying to fire a wraparound. It is disastrous right now for Pope Francis. They've got to figure a way through this little troublesome situation here. I mean, that was craziness. Jarrell having a little snooze back there for Pope Francis. Got to figure things out. Petch wins the draw back to Ziggy. 6:39 to go in the second. 54 seconds of power play time left for Pope Francis on the Chase Warsofsky penalty. Petron has it here on the left side. There's Petron. Petron over to Ziggy Buffoni. There's Zach. Zach attack getting going. Moves it back. Jarrell. Jarrell trying to fire on a shot from the point, and that's just going to be an easy save for Dylan Finelli. Face-off coming in from McGrath. McGrath wins it back to Monroe. Max Monroe trying to fire a shot. That one heads into the upper netting. Well, 6:09 to go in the second. 27 seconds of power play time. Be huge for Pope to get something going here on this power play. Trying to get that lead back. Monroe trying to find Matt Regan. The pass will be picked off by St. John's, but not for long. Yes, Monroe's just going to try to take it back into his own end a little bit here. Cardinals try to make the play. It's Max Monroe. Monroe. Over to Matty Regan. McGrath. Mike McGrath has it. McGrath, oh, he got a little slam time there under the boards, and look out here. This is a 2-on-1 for St. John's. They're going to try to stuff it home, but it's just a shot on Ritchie. And I think one of their best players, Luke Girardi, was a little bit confused there. Didn't see the man getting wide open for St. John's, so they miss on the opportunity. 1-1 game. Both these teams feeling each other out in this second period. Pope Francis struck first. It was actually an own goal from Bodie Hoare. And then Anthony Des Moines tied it up with a wrister from the point on the power play on a 5-on-3. Cardinals still looking for something. Now that is going to be boarding. That was a cheap shot there, to say the least. Boy, oh boy, it's Connor McKenna who's actually going to be heading to the box. Power play coming in for Pope. Opportunity again to take the lead. Connor McKenna, that was boarding. And anytime you get into that boarding situation, that is a scary hit. Yep, and that is going to be 3 minutes of power play time. So referees consider that to be a boarding. It's going to be 3 minutes coming in, and the Cardinals have a big opportunity here to take the lead as we head towards the end of the second. Face-off coming in. Jarrell at the point. Jarrell to Ziggy. Back to Jarrell it goes. Jarrell to pass, one-timer, and eventually he could not shove it in. Cardinals still looking for the puck here. Gets trapped down. St. John's trying to make the play. They had it for a little while, but Petch took it back. I'll move it back to Jarrell. Cross-checking was the call, excuse me. I think there was an issue with the clock. I'm not sure, but Petch has it here. Moves it back to Jarrell. Jarrell trying to fire a shot on the floor on the board style, but eventually it got blocked away. Petrin gets it back deep into the St. John's end. Petrin looking around. Finds Jarrell at the point. Jarnsey moving back. Petch has it here, trying to do something, and it's going to get chipped back. Jarrell keeping it alive at the point. It's Ziggy. Zachary Buffoni trying to make a play here. Gets moved around to Moss Carney. Moss trying to shove it around, do a little wrap around there. It's going to get winged in the back and out of the Cardinal, or excuse me, out of the St. John's zone and into the Cardinal zone it goes. Here's Jake Jarrell. Jarrell, spinorama. Long, hanging pass to Moss Carney. Here's Moss. Moss with the shake and bake up to Petey. Here's Petey trying to find Ziggy right out in front of the slot area, but eventually he couldn't get a stick on it. Jarrell gets it back. Jarrell, Petch, one-timer to Moss Carney, but eventually he fanned on it. Ziggy gets it back here. 39 seconds of power play time to go for Pope Francis. It's Jarrell. It's Jake. Jake trying to fire in a shot. That is going to be a big save from Dylan Finelli. Goes back to Ziggy. Jarrell has it here. Moving to the pitch. One-timer. That one's going to take a wraparound off the glass, and that is going to head out of the zone. Both teams are going to need a change. Ziggy might want to work quickly. He's going to shoot for the long pass to Moss Carney. Carney getting tired, you can tell. Here's Moss. Moss trying to wear a St. John's player like a backpack there, but eventually it's going to head out of the St. John's zone. St. John's able to clear it there, and they're going to clear off the penalty. Big-time opportunity from the Cardinals was squandered by St. John's of Shrewsbury. Good opportunities for Pope to try to take the lead back, but they could not there. 2:58 to go now on the power play. Or 2:58 to go on the power play. Real funny, AJ, real funny. 2:58 to go in the second period. Cardinals will look forward here. They'll get winged back to Dylan Shea. Here's Dylan. Dylan Shea, the junior, having a hard time handling things. It's going to be Derek Mulligan bringing the pressure on the Cardinals. Russ able to get it back. Here's Wegerson. Wade Wegerson trying to find Mateo. Wade gets it back. Here's Wade looking down the ice. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get there as well. Dylan Shea will just try to use the backhand and chip it in. Goes over to Russ. Here's Bryce Russ. To Mike McGrath. McGrath in his own end. 2:15 to go in the second period. Cardinals trying to get a goal before we head to intermission into the dressing rooms. Russ over to the grade 8, Big Wegerson. And Wegerson is offsides. That's going to be a whistle. I don't think he knew it. He's going to have to head off. 2:04 to go now in the second. We have not seen Liam Dolan at all in this period. Not sure if they're just saving him for later in the game. Maybe a doghouse situation. I don't know. We'll see. With 2:04 to go in the second, we still have not seen Dolan at all in this second. St. John's have it here. Looking down the ice. It's going to get taken in by Mason Thayer. Thayer looking. Finds McGrath. Here's Mike McGrath. McGrath looking up ice. McGrath trying to center one out in front. Try to find Matt Regan, but eventually space ran out a bit. Cardinals still try to get back now. St. John's have it. Here they come with Chase Warsofsky. Warsofsky moving into the round. Trying to find his man. It's Luke Girardi. Girardi loses possession. Cardinals get it back with Matt Regan, but he can't handle it in for long. St. John's will try to fire on a shot there with Ryder Bison, but eventually the save was made by Ritchie. St. John's still with possession deep into the Cardinal end. Trying to get a play going here with 1:20 to go in the second. Trying to fire a shot. Big save made by Ritchie. I think he made it with the mask, so good opportunity squandered again from St. John's. They still are looking for possession here. Cardinals have got to get it out of their own end. McGrath trying to find a man. He does. It's Matt Regan up the middle. Matt Regan looking around. Has it. Trying to fire on a shot, and it is going to be a save made. No, puck still up for grabs. St. John's will take it. 1 minute to go now in the second period. Cardinals looking for it. Jarrell try to get there, try to make the play. St. John's coach is really loud. I mean, we can hear him from up here, and that's rare that we can say that here. As the Cardinals have it. There's Liam Dolan again. We haven't seen Liam Dolan all this second period, so he's back out on the ice. Look out here. They score. No. It's a goal for St. John's. Cardinals with a mishap in their own end. It's Luke Girardi putting it in for St. John's, and just like that, the momentum swings back. It's 2-1 in favor of St. John's. Big-time goal from Luke Girardi. Man, oh man, the Cardinals, misfortune in their own end there. Not being able to handle in the puck. Guys were out there for longer than they should have been, and just like that, the visitors have a 2-1 lead. Cardinals just trying to get to the intermission at this point. 30 seconds to go now in the second period. St. John's have it, looking for one last opportunity before this period comes to a close. 15 seconds to go. Moss Carney looking to tie it up. That would be huge if the Cardinals were able to do it at this juncture in the game. Here's Petey, 9 seconds to go. He's just going to try to fire in a slap shot. That one ranks off the left side of the net. Cardinals still going to look forward here. That's it. Second period comes to a close. The Cardinals are heading to the dressing rooms down 2-1. Not the way they wanted this game to go. And you got to be frustrated with yourself right now. I mean, that is just a bad, bad break of hockey. And man, oh man, the Cardinals are going to need a way to come back. They're going to head to the dressing room, and we're going to head to take a break. Coming up, 2-1 lead for St. John's. Pope Prep Intermission Report coming up next. Cardinals in a 2-1 hole. They've got to find a way out. Stay tuned. Second Intermission Report coming up next, exclusively on Pope Prep. Champions play here. Back in a flash with more Pope Francis hockey in a minute. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Second intermission report. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, alongside with you here as we got a fun one tonight here on Pope Prep. Cardinals coming into this game down 2-1 as we are almost ready to begin the third period. Doing the Zamboni coming out onto the ice, cleaning up the ice for what looks to be a great third period of hockey. I mean, Pope Francis right now, it's been a struggle for them. 2-1 is the lead for the visitors, and that was just a bad break there at the end of the second period. I mean, the Ziggy-Jarrell pairing, I may have given them the announcer's jinx to start the night. It hasn't been the cleanest of relationships thus far tonight. I mean, for them, it's been a little bit of a struggle. So for Pope Francis, they need to clean some things up on the defensive ends. I mean, for the visitors of St. John's, they've had good shots on net, getting pucks on net, making Pope Francis panic a little bit. What we've seen thus far from Pope is their defensemen like to pinch in, and sometimes St. John's is ready to go, trying to catch them in any type of snooze possible, and they try to make them pay at all points of the game. Something to watch there for sure. Pope Francis right now, they just need to get back to the way they won the Division I state championship last year. Get back to the fundamentals. Get back to clean, crisp passes. Getting back to pucks on net. I think that's the instant and easy path to winning hockey games. Stay tuned, folks. We've got a thriller of a third period coming in. Pope Francis, St. John's of Shrewsbury, 2-1 as the lead for the visitors. Coming up, will the Cardinals come back and win this game on their home ice? Stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. Third period is on the way, exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Again, folks, reminded to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest unique content anywhere in the high school sports scenes, no matter where you are, and however you may be listening to tonight's telecast and broadcast. We thank you. Third period on the way, exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube page. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the third period, where wins become losses and losses become wins. Tonight, the Cardinals have a task, down 2-1. Again, last year it was top of the mountain for them. Last year's team, we knew, would have come back from this one and would probably wind up winning it 3-2. It's a different team this year. Can they come back? That's the question. We're going to have the answer for you on Pope Prep. It's going to be an action-packed, fun extravaganza of a third period coming in. St. John's trying to hold on, trying to come into enemy territory, trying to come into champion territory, and trying to win this game and break the number one team in Massachusetts hearts, the Pope Francis Cardinals. Pope Francis already ready. Trying to get it going here in this third period, down by a goal. It was an own goal. The only one tonight that Pope Francis scored. Own goal from St. John's. And St. John's has pulled out two straight to make it a 2-1 game. Cardinals will work from left to right. St. John's right to left. Cardinals are ready. St. John's is ready. So are we. Pope Prep Hockey, here we go. It's the third period, and we are live from the Olympia Ice Center. Again, we thank them for being huge for us, letting us come into their house and do some filming tonight of some hockey. Cardinals looking for D early on. It's a big save from Nick Ritchie with a pad. Cardinals are going to take it here with Moss Carney. Look out. It's a 2-on-1 coming in. Moss Carney. Moss looking, trying to fire on a pass, but defense from St. John's, Brady Hoare, closes the door on Moss Carney, and now St. John's will take it the other way. Jarrell with a nice hit, a laboring hit there from Jake Jarrell. Set the man into a different time zone, to say the least, as the Cardinals will look for it again. St. John's has possession. Here they go, trying to cycle up the ice, trying to fire it down into the Cardinal end. They do. Ziggy has it here. There's Zachary Buffoni. Ziggy looking up ice. Over to Nick Petch. Petch looking down ice, trying to find Petrin. Here's Jake Petrin. Petrin trying to set one out in front, trying to look for Moss Carney, but eventually it's going to be taken the other way. And with speed, here come the visitors. They'll just try to subside the speed with Luke May trying to fire on a shot, and eventually Moss Carney gets under it. And Moss gets brought down. That is going to be a penalty on St. John's. Power play coming in for Pope Francis, down by a goal. Really, the perfect recipe for Pope Francis to try and come back in this game was a power play, and they're going to get it. So the power play's coming in now for Pope. Penalty there was on Luke Kamei. And now Mike McGrath will take the draw. McGrath, Matt Regan, Joe Orzelak. Among the men who are on the ice right now. Liam Dolan out there as well with Max Monroe. Orzelak looking for it. Regan's stick went flying up in the air. I think he wanted a slash there and didn't get it. Regan will get it back here, trying to find Mike McGrath. McGrath has it. Here's Mike. McGrath back to the point. Monroe. Max Monroe has it for Pope. He'll try to fire it in, trying to find Matt Regan. There's Regan over to Orzelak. Joe. Big play, Joe, looking for it. He's got it again. Orzelak back around. Dolan trying to fire in a shot. That one yanks off the glass. 1:20 to go in the third period. In the power play, 15:03 to go in the third period. Cardinals have it. Regan trying to find something there, and eventually St. John's is going to have a 2-on-1 coming in the other way. Unless Mike McGrath wants to make a play out of it, he will. McGrath will look for it. It'll be a Cardinal sandwich coming in. A minute to go on the power play now. Cardinals have really got to start making a play here. Regan trying to get there. Goes to Orzelak. Here's Joe. Cardinals could use a fresh set of legs on the ice. This power play unit's been here for a long time. Trying to get there is Max Monroe. He will. Petrin and Carney both got on the ice. McGrath will come off now. Petch will come on. Last chance here on this power play, we think. Ziggy going to try to lob it up. Went off a stick and perfectly onto the stick of Carney. Moss Carney trying to fire a shot. The save made was there by Dylan Finelli. Finelli made the save. There's Petch trying to get back there, and Ziggy will take it. There's Zachary Buffoni. Ziggy with a tape-to-tape pass to Carney. On your end of the screen, as Petrin will try to get there as well. Power play coming in, winding down. 5 seconds to go. Petrin, last possible chance here. Ziggy looking. Deep into St. John's end, leaving it off. It's Jarrell. Jarrell trying to fire in a shot. Save, rebound, puck loose. Cardinals trying to sub it home. It's Petch. Nick Petch just trying to bring it in there. Havoc in front of the crease, and we've got a whistle and some shoving. Clock stops with 13:36 to go in the third. Cardinals down by a goal. They need a comeback now. Face-off coming in here for Pope Francis. Mateo will take the draw. St. John's had a little bit of movement there. Yeah, they're going to need someone else to come in and take the draw. Daniel Maniklin was not ready to take it. As Dylan Shea gets it back here. Shea trying to find Joe Orzelak. Orzelak tried to make the play. St. John's will take it the other way. St. John's deep in the Cardinal end. Will try to fire in a shot here. Save. Rebound. Skirts out to Joe Orzelak. Orzelak, a nice puck handling. Trying to chip it in the other way. He gets a little stick to the shoulder, we thought. Let's try to still work for it. Orzelak trying to get there. Trying to make the play. They'll go to the corner for Dylan Shea. Shea trying to fire in a shot here. Gets blocked. Taking it the other way is St. John's. St. John's looking around. They'll chip it into the Cardinal end. Russ has it here. Here's Bryce. Bryce Russ with Dylan Shea. Goes over to Wade Wegerson now. Here's the big Wegs. Wegerson trying to work it down the ice. It'll get kicked down to St. John's. 12:42 to go tonight. 2-1 is the lead for St. John's. Cardinals are going to need a comeback to get the home opener win. Max Monroe has it for Pope. Going deep into St. John's end. This is something that's cost the Cardinals tonight. And luckily, he'll find McGrath wide open. McGrath will just skate on it and move it around. He'll try to find a man in Liam Dolan. Dolan moving over to Matt Regan. Regan finds Dolan again. Liam Dolan, all types of time. Trying to find McGrath still. That'll be Regan looking for it. Goes over to Monroe. Monroe trying to fire a shot. Gets deflected. Regan trying to center one out in front. I believe that is Liam Dolan trying to get there. He can't. Back to the point. Monroe trying to fire a shot. Blocked by St. John's. Monroe gets it again. Monroe just trying to skirt it around the boards. He gets it back still. Monroe tried to do something. Gets kicked back the other way. Here's Mason Thayer. Thayer trying to move it around. Over to McGrath. Mike McGrath gets taken down. That's a penalty. The Cardinals are heading back to the power play. Another opportunity coming in. Let's see what the call is here. Yep, that is going to be a trip all day long on St. John's. Still waiting on the player to come in. The call is tripping, and it's going to be, is it Kevin Bison? That's going to be his second penalty of the night. So Bison having a struggle for it. It's going to be a penalty coming in. That's a trip. And it's another penalty. It's a crucial one for St. John's. Cardinals power play unit back on the ice. The top power play unit, to say the least. Jarrell, Ziggy, Petch, Carney, and Jake Petrin. Here's Ziggy. Ziggy to the point. Jarrell trying to fire a shot. That one will scamper over to Ziggy. It'll go back around the boards to Petrin. Petrin will do a spinorama and a fake. Petrin still has it. Petey trying to center one out in front to Carney. Eventually he gets wiped away by St. John's. Cardinals will take it here with Nick Ritchie. Here's Ritchie. Goes over to Ziggy. Ziggy gets taken down here. Whoa. I think we got another penalty coming in. Yep, it's going to be a 5-on-3 for Pope Francis. Another trip for St. John's. A crucial penalty again. It's a 5-on-3 coming in. You can feel the momentum coming back for Pope. Daniel Maniklin will take the penalty. It's a 5-on-3 coming in for the home team. Face-off coming in for Carney. Moss wins it back. Here's Jake Jarrell. Jarrell back to Ziggy. Jarrell. Ziggy again. Here's Zach. Ziggy trying to fire in a shot. Gets blocked. And Ziggy will take it again over to Jarrell. 1:48 to go on 5-on-3 time. Cardinals still trying to do something here. Jarrell gets caught in a little bit of a snooze, and St. John's will try to take it the other way. It's Luke Girardi who ran out of real estate. Ziggy will get it back. 58 seconds of 5-on-3 time to go. Ziggy has it here. Weaving by center ice. So put on the stop the Jets type of music here. Trying to fire it over to Jarrell. Jarrell fires the shot on net, but the save is made. It goes right into the pads of Dylan Finelli. Do we have a penalty here? Hang on. I think Petrin may have just called for a penalty. Yep. Petrin's heading to the box. That is good. Momentum killer there. And Petrin's in the box again. It's the second penalty of the night. And he can't believe it, and neither can I. I mean, unbelievable call. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he got called for here. I mean, I don't know why. He was just skating around. He didn't touch anybody, from what it looked like to me. But was it interference? I don't know. It's a minor penalty, and it's a huge one too. Cardinals had a 5-on-3, and the momentum was starting to cook in their favor. And now the Cardinals are going to be penalized as Petch will try to fire a shot. That one rang off the crossbar. Good opportunity from Nick Petch, but no goal for him. Rang off the crossbar and went on to the upper netting. It'll be a face-off nonetheless deep in the St. John's end. 31 seconds of penalty time left, so it's a 4-on-3 here for Pope with 31 seconds. And we'll head to 4-on-4. Cardinals will look for it here, and it'll be Ziggy who will have to get there and reset and think things over once more. Here's Ziggy, slowly but surely making his way into the St. John zone. He finds a man. It's Moss Carney. Carney trying to fire on a slap shot. It gets blocked by St. John's. Jarrell taking it back. 8 seconds to go on 4-on-3. Jarrell gets swiped down. That's going to be a penalty, and St. John's cannot believe it. Yep, that's a penalty. Play is going to stop here, and we've got a whistle coming in. This has turned into a penalty frenzy and a referee show. I think it was a cross check for Luke May. May is heading to the box, and the Cardinals get the momentum back that they so needed. Ample opportunities tonight for Pope Francis. Now it's just going to be a matter of if they can cash in or not. Four on three. Shea looking around. It's going to get bounced to the way of Max Monroe. 9:31 to go in the game. That's the big clock that we're watching. Now Shea has it. Dylan Shea. Cutting back, finds McGrath. McGrath looking around. Monroe. Monroe back to McGrath. Mike McGrath shaking and baking. Cardinal 4-on-3. Shea. McGrath. We are back to 4-on-4 now. Shea trying to fire in a shot, and that's going to be a glove save made by Dylan Finelli. Which means that Ziggy and Jarrell are going to come back along with Carney and Petch. So, those of you keeping score at home. Got a whistle here. I think the St. John's goalie got a little bit of something in his mask. So play is stopped here momentarily. Give us a chance to remind you about Saturday. We'll be back here live with an afternoon matinee at the MIAA Center. With coverage, I think it's a 12 o'clock puck drop. We'll be there live for an afternoon matinee. Pope Prep Hockey back on the air. Glad to have you with us. Ziggy looking for it. And then eventually, St. John's will clear. So, with that being said, 24 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Then it will be a Cardinal power play for the remaining time of the power play they will have coming up soon. Cardinals looking for it. Ziggy trying to make the play. They'll get worked up to the point, trying to fire a slap shot there. It was Connor Seacrest of St. John's, but he couldn't. 2-on-1 coming in here. Moss Carney, shot off the post! Off the post for Moss Carney. Good opportunity for Pope. No cash in again. Oh, man, we thought it was going in, and Moss Carney went off the post. Good opportunity, no cash in. Jake Petrin trying to do something. 33 seconds to go in power play time. Carney. Moss Carney trying to fire in a shot, and that is just going to be a cover-up for Dylan Finelli. How close have Pope Francis come now? 29 seconds to go on the power play. That was ultimately so close, yet so far away for Moss Carney. Moscarney will take the draw. 8:08 to go in the third. 27 seconds of power play time left for the Cardinals to work with. It'll get settled back to the point. Here's Ziggy. Back to Jarrell. Jarrell firing. Petch one-timer. Couldn't put it in. Save was made. Cardinals still trying to do something. Patron. He scores! He scores! Ba-bing, ba-boo! Money in the bank. The Cardinals have come back to tie it. Big goal from the big man. The big moment. Ecstasy for Pope Francis. It's Jake Petron in the home opener. And just like that, we are back to even Steven. 2-2 thanks to El Capitan. Jake Petey puts it in for the Cardinals. That is what they needed. They finally capitalized on the power play. They have needed it all night long, and finally, all of the power plays that they've gotten, Jake Petron, one of the three captains, coming up huge. Jarrell and Ziggy as well. Ziggy with the shot from the point. Don't let that go underrated. That was a big play from everyone here at Pope. Pope's section went crazy there. And the MIAA Center is back to a sea of red and white. Tie game, even Steven once more. 7:47 to go in the third period. Big goal from the big man, Jake Petron. El Capitan getting it done. And that one's going to head off of the hand of Daniel Minelkin. Menyalikin, excuse me. That's a tough one. That's a tough last name. I think I butchered that last name all night long, but yeah, not in mid-season form yet, but don't worry, folks, it'll come. PD season here at the MIAA Center. Matt Regan loses a stick. Cardinals will have to get back on the defensive ends. Cardinals going to look for it. That's going to be an ice. No, icing waved off, surprisingly. It'll get chipped down the ice here for Dylan Shea. Here's Shea trying to make the play. Shea moving it up. Mike McGrath is there. Matt will try to help him out. Moving it around, and that's going to be offside. Offside called. 7:14 to go in the third. Cardinals started out the night with a goal. It was an own goal, made it a 1-0 Cardinal lead. Two straight goals from St. John's of Shrewsbury made it 2-1, and then the Cardinals ultimately came back to tie it at 2 apiece. 2-2 the score. Face-off coming in here. Mateo, Wade, and Orzi on the ice for Pope. It goes back here. Tape-to-tape pass, we thought it was going to be. It was a tape-to-foot pass from Ziggy to Jarrell, as Orzelak will try to handle it here. Let's go, Pope to Chat. Cardinals trying to come back and take the lead in this one tonight. Cardinals looking for it here. It's Wegerson, Wade Wegerson. Big Wegs. He's an excellent Fortnite player, too, if you've ever seen him. Made me go crazy one time when I was seeing his YouTube channel, going absolutely ballistic on Fortnite. Ziggy looking for it. Goes back to Mateo. Mateo over to Jake Jarrell. Orzelak has it here. Orzelak trying to make the play. Ziggy trying to move the hit. It was a big one. He tried to lay the lumber there, but he couldn't. Ziggy's got it. Zig trying to look down the ice, trying to flip it, but it's going to head into the penalty box area. So we're going to have a face-off in the Cardinal end with 6:29 to go. In the third period. This game's been a fun one, man. Opening night. Just a couple days out from Christmas. We're getting there, folks. Cardinal fans, very happy. No more school. Today was the last day for makeup exams. And now we will look forward to the second semester. So next time the Cardinals will be in the classroom will be the year 2024. Moscarney trying to look for it. St. John's have it here. Trying to fire a shot. Save. Rebound. Cardinals trying to clear it up the ice. And they will. It's Petch taking it. Petch trying to take it deep into the St. John zone. Moscarney gets taken down. No call on the ice. Dylan Shea trying to fire in a shot. Cardinal fans angry with the refs. And now the Cardinals will have to get back because St. John's are trying to take it the other way. Max Monroe looking for it. We have a whistle here coming in. Nope. Had a broken stick on the ice, though, instead. Cardinals still trying to do something. St. John's trying to get back there, trying to make the play. That'll be Dylan Shea, who's got it here. Shea looking up ice, finds a man, Moscarney. Moss making sure everyone stays on sides. Moss trying to fire in a shot. Save made there by Finelli. Goes back to Petch. Petch to Moscarney. Moss gets wrinkled down. No call again. That's probably the worst one of the night. My gracious, that was close. Jarrell trying to fire in a shot. Glove save made barely by Finelli. The momentum has come back for Pope Francis late in this third period, and with 5:14 to go, they're going to get an icing. They're going to get it into the St. John's end. 5:10 to go now. McGrath, Dolan, and Reagan on the ice. Broken stick's going to have to come off the ice first. Figure out whose bench that belongs to. It's a Pope player's stick, so one of the players will be a little bit unhappy that at the end of this night. Face-off coming in from Pope Francis. McGrath moving it back. Terrell's got it. Here's Jake Terrell over to Ziggy. Ziggy moving it in. Cardinals trying to make the play here. St. John's trying to get there as well. Big hit from Liam Dolan. St. John's have it at center ice. Quickly moving into the Cardinal end. Trying to fire a shot. Kick work for Nick Ritchie. Save made. See the score. 2-2. 4:49 to go. Third period. This is going to be a fun finish tonight. So Petrin, and Carney, along with Ziggy and Jarrell on the ice. The big unit coming on. Trying to get a defensive stand here with 4:49 to go in the third. Ziggy's got it. Tape-to-tape pass to Petch. Here's Nick Petch. Petch to Moss Carney. Moss Carney trying to fire it out in front of Petrin. And it goes back to Zach. There's Zach Rivafoni. Ziggy, shot, scores! He scores! This place goes crazy. The sea of red and white is back. We talked about it yesterday with him at lunch. Zachary Buffoni puts it in. Are you kidding me? Ziggy puts it in, and just like that, it's a 3-2 lead for Ziggy. How about that? That of all people in the world, it's Ziggy who puts it in. The Zach attack gets going, and Pope Francis has a 3-2 lead. Order has been restored at the Olympia Ice Center. 3-2, the state champs lead. We love Ziggy Chant coming in. Out of all people on the ice, it's the captain, the leader, El Capitan putting it in. It's a captain show tonight as Zachary Buffoni gets it done. Big goal for Pope Francis, and it's a big goal for Zach. Huge. Bottom area of the net falls through. Pope Francis has a 3-2 lead, and now they will just need to hang on with 4:08 to go. Big goal from Pope Francis. Big goal from Zig. Cardinals looking forward here. I think we've got a whistle. St. John's bench was outraged there. I think they did get a whistle. Got a stoppage coming in. 3:52 to go in the third. Cardinals now just trying to hang on. I think the Cardinals just got called for a penalty. This is going to be a penalty on Pope. I think maybe? Yeah, the box is open. This is going to be a penalty on Pope Francis. Before we can do anything else, we're going to sort order here. I think a timeout was called. From the looks of it, yep, so the man going to the box now for Pope is going to be Liam Dolan. So Dolan's going to be the one that'll serve the penalty. Was it too many men on the ice? That's going to be the question. Timeout was called from St. John's. You know, the sound system in here is down. There was a big talk about that. I believe the sound system's down, so it was hard to hear what the call was. Yeah, I mean, it's been a weird night here at the Olympia Ice Center. Nonetheless, the hockey on the ice has been brilliant. But it's going to be a power play coming in for St. John's. And it's an instant opportunity for them to jump back and tie this game again in a game that has had so many thrills tonight. Goal scorer on the ice for Pope. Ziggy Buffoni. Mike McGrath, Jake Jarrell, and Matt Reagan on the ice. Here we go. 3:52 to go in the third. Cardinals need a penalty kill. Jarrell. Jarrell grinding for that puck there on the near board. St. John's looking around, trying to create space. Trying to make the play as St. John's here. That one's going to get taken back to their own end. St. John's have it here, creating space. Down the ice. It'll go back into the own end for Nick Ritchie. Here's Rich. Ritchie looking up ice. Cardinals is trying to clear with Jake Jarrell. Petrin will try to get there. Here's Petey. Petey. Looking. Scrambling. Move it back over to Ziggy Buffoni. Buffoni over to Jake Jarrell. Jarrell looking down the ice. He'll just float it down there. Trying to clear the penalty. 1:13 to go on the Cardinal penalty kill. 1:07 to go on the power play for St. John's. Ziggy trying to get there. Trying to make any play he can here. Jarrell looking down the ice. Trying to get something going. Cardinals need some defense here. McGrath trying to get back there. St. John's trying to fire in a shot. That was blocked with the pants of Ziggy Buffoni. Cardinals still looking for defense here. Jarrell trying to get there, trying to make the play. Buffoni trying to clear it down the ice. He does. 30 seconds to go on the power play for St. John's. 2 and change to go in this game. Cardinals just trying to hang on. That one bucks off the skate of Shea, but luckily Monroe is there to clear. 16 seconds of power play time left for St. John's. Cardinals looking for defense here. St. John's have it. Trying to get comfortable is Connor Seacrest. Petrin trying to do everything he can to clear. Power play is up. 1:50 to go tonight. Third period. It's a 3-2 lead. Cardinals need to get it out of their own end. Shot, save, made, rebound. Hang on, that puck went in, but it did not count. It did not count. Whistle was blown before, and again, St. John's can't believe it. St. John's players are angry about that. They tried to tell the ref to keep the play going, but the play, in fact, did not keep going. As it stands, it's 3-2 with 1:39 to go. Petch, again, sorry about that, folks. Computer died. We had to get a quick battery change. 1:15 to go. Third period. Nothing happened while you were gone. 3-2 lead still for the Cardinals. St. John's trying to fire in a shot here. And it'll be a cover-up. They'll get bounced off the boards. St. John's still trying to fire in something here. Ziggy looking for something. And Nick Petch will now take it. Petch tried to do something. Got slammed down to the boards. Cardinals just trying to get it out of the zone. St. John's here trying to fire in a puck. Here they come. Trying to fire a shot. Yanks off the glass. St. John's still with an opportunity. 47 seconds to go. Jarrell just trying to clear for dear life, and they will clear. It's an empty net. Miles Carney looking up, trying to find Petch. St. John's trying to do something. We've got a whistle. Is it going to be a penalty? It's a penalty for St. John's. That might be the dagger for them. They had an empty net, and now they're going to have to serve the penalty. Luke May again. That's his third penalty of the game. Or is it a second? There's just been so many penalties tonight. Feels like his third time being in the box. And now they'll have to leave their netminder in due to the faceoff being in their own zone, and we've got a timeout taken by Pope. Pope section going to get a little enjoyment out of the player being in the box. So we'll step aside. Timeout taken. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. We're back. 39 seconds left tonight. A 3-2 lead for Pope Francis. There we go. Face-off coming in for Pope Francis. Petrin. Jake Petrin. Look at it. Cardinals just trying to win this game now. We got a whistle and a save made. That'll stop the clock. St. John's going to need a face-off win, and they might have one last opportunity to put the puck in the back of the net. Other than that, it's going to be a loss for them, and a tough one, too, considering they had a lead. And now they get the face-off. St. John's goalie going to have to rush in, and they're going to get an extra attacker on the ice now. It's going to make it a 5-on-5 scenario at least. St. John's trying to fire in a shot. They don't get it here. 18 seconds to go. It's going to be a time battle for them as Jarrell's just going to want to clear. There's no one there. That's going to do it. The Cardinals are going to win. Look out here. This could be a goal. Mateo right on target. He puts it in, and that is going to be the dagger. 4-2. Winner for Mateo Kokoya. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Money in the bank. Cardinals get the home crowd right. 4-2, they lead, and there is your dagger. Big home opener win tonight for Pope Francis. They get the job done. 6 seconds to go in this third period. Cardinal fans are going to wave them goodbye. They had it. St. John's had this game. They had the Cardinals in unfamiliar territory, but the comeback, the resurgence from the key leaders like Petrin and Ziggy led them back, and we're going to have a bad ending to this game. Oh, boy. That's St. John's player. That was a dirty, cheap shot at the end, and we're going to have a little skirmish here. That was a cheap shot and a half, and that's an ugly ending to what was a great game of hockey. Pope Francis gets the job done. 4-2 win. Make no mistake, for St. John's, it's going to be a tough handshake line for them. It was a great game all the way around for both teams. I mean, it was thrilling hockey. It looked like St. John's had the win, but the resilience, the fortitude of these Cardinals came through when it had to. And they're going to win this game by a final of 4-2. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Cardinal postgame. We'll break down what we saw here tonight. Fun night of hockey here at the Olympia Ice Center. That was awesome. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Coming up on Saturday, we've got a game, afternoon matinee, and that will bring us to the Christmas break. 4 games on the tap this week. Third one is complete. Coming up, it's the Cardinal postgame. For AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Cardinals, I'm saying so long from West Springfield. Coming up in 1 minute, it's the Cardinal postgame. Good night from West Springfield. Postgame show is next. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. That's a final tonight, 4-2. winner for Pope Francis. That was awesome hockey. I mean, what a comeback from the Pope Francis Cardinals. They seemed down. They seemed out of it. It seemed like all hope was lost. And then Jake Petrin and Ziggy showed up at the right time. The two captains made the plays necessary for the win, and they got the job done. That was awesome. Great job from Pope Francis tonight, getting the job done, getting over St. John's. St. John's, make no mistake about it, they showed their fortitude. They've got a long season coming up. I mean, great hockey from them tonight. Props to them all the way around. Played a great game and gave Pope Francis every sight of fright and worry possible. So the Cardinals take the loss here, or excuse me, take the loss. I'm not sleeping and tripping after what was a great game. St. John's will take the loss. Cardinals get their first home win of the year, and now are 1-0 at home. So the defending state champs get the job done, even though sometimes here in this game it looked like a troublesome task. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was fun, and that is just a small example of what we have this season. The winter sports season is here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pope Francis Prep Hockey reigns supreme, ladies and gentlemen. We can't wait to see the ending to what this season is going to look like. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. Lots of fun, lots of excitement tonight. We can't wait for what is going to be a great season of winter sports. That just about does it from here, from West Springfield. For my co-workers tonight, Lucas Cussin and Caleb Gilmet, I'm AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Pope Francis Cardinals, saying so long from West Springfield. Final score, Cardinals win 4-2. It's the winter sports season. It's here. Are you ready for it? It just means more. See you Saturday on Pope Prep. So long from West Springfield.